for those of you who I haven't met before, my name is Barbara Carmichael. I'm the Deputy Attorney General, and welcome to our first virtual Excellence Awards ceremony and happy Public Service Week. I am grateful to be joining you today from the lands of the WSÁNEĆ people at the base of Pakalsk in Saanich, which has also been called Mount Doug. And today we are very lucky to be joined by Attorney General Niki Sharma. Welcome, Attorney. Thank you very much for helping us celebrate our Excellence Awards this year.
Excellent. Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I'm the lucky one because I get to work with a whole group of really stellar public service in my ministry and get to acknowledge that from Public Service Week. It's so great to be here. And I just want to say, in my experience as a minister so far, there's no shortage of talent and spirit in this ministry. No problem too big or too small that comes to the AG to grapple with and on behalf of government. And I'm just so grateful to be able to honor some of you today, but really it's all of you that help make our work possible. So thanks for having me.
Thank you. I don't know if you saw in the chat, Minister, we can't see you. I'm not sure if you're able to turn your camera on or if you are not able to do so.
My camera says that it's on.
And we can see you now, so perfect.
Okay, excellent. Well, there you go. Hi, everybody.
Okay, so if you're new to the Excellent Awards, they are our sector's internal program highlighting the impactful work that takes place across ministries of Attorney General and Public Safety and Solicitor General. And I do want to congratulate everyone who has been recognized already from PSSG. These awards celebrate our colleagues who go above and beyond demonstrating excellence in leadership, innovation, collaboration, client service, mentorship, spirit, and inclusion, diversity, accessibility, and anti-racism. We have the categories up there for you now. I also want to acknowledge that we know we have so many public servants that exemplify these wonderful qualities in their daily work all throughout the province. And we are grateful for all of their work, as well as the work of this year's nominees. Once again, we had a truly exceptional crowd of nominees, and we are recognizing 12 recipients from our ministry with you this morning, as well as some amazing honorable mentions, which will be on the screen towards the end. Thank you to everyone for nominating your colleagues, and please consider doing so again, and also consider our Premier's Awards, so some of this great work can be shared broader than just with our sector. So we're going to start, and I'm going to do the first award in the client service category. This category recognizes the people and teams who are providing outstanding service to clients, whether internal to government or externally to members of the public. I am pleased to share that our first honoree is Vivian Shu from the BC Prosecution Service. Vivian has shown exceptional dedication and skill in leading complex changes to extradition and international legal assistance processes, developing systems that have significantly improved efficiency. She has taken initiative in contributing to the creation of a system that channels information from prosecutors and professional staff to the Department of Justice, organizes files, and manages requests on hundreds of matters. Along with her demanding role in information access and privacy, she consistently steps up to support colleagues with professionalism and precision and makes a lasting impact on both the BC Prosecution Service and our justice system. Congratulations, Vivian. Thank you so much for everything you do, and we're very pleased to give you this well-deserved recognition.
Hey, Vivian. I'm happy to introduce the next recipient in this category of Central Services Trade. The same category, Central Services Trade Law Team from the Legal Services Branch. So this team, comprised of lawyers Rahim Panjani and Mark Claver, have provided exceptional client services across government, advising on complex and high-stakes trade issues, including every time Donald Trump said something different that he was going to do, which at some point in our trajectory was almost every day. And it was quite the level of agility and responsiveness and expertise that we had in our awesome team there. As one example, they advised the Ministry of Jobs and Economic Growth in negotiations and concluding the Canadian Mutual Recognition Agreement, a landmark national agreement to reduce interprovincial trade barriers, and in advancing new trade legislation, the Trade Recognition Act. Their leadership has strengthened coordination across ministries, advanced major trade initiatives, and delivered trusted, high-impact legal support that benefits the province. So fantastic work, Rahim and Mark. Congratulations.
Congratulations very much to both of you, and thank you for all of the work that you do, again, with constantly shifting parameters. So it's back to me for our next award, which will be in the collaboration category. This category recognizes people who have established effective joint projects that meet mutual goals, achieving superior results for our sector. And our first recipient is from Court Services Branch, Jeanette Schoon. Jeanette exemplifies collaboration and shared success, bringing her nearly 30 years of experience to unite teams and strengthen court processes. This has been shown recently through her participation in the Cowichan Tribe's Provincial Court Rules Project. Her expansive knowledge of registry and court processes and her encouragement to continually consult the provincial court throughout the project led to early identification of challenges and considerations that needed further reevaluation and co-development with the Cowichan tribes to ensure positive outcomes. Through her leadership, mentorship, and deep knowledge of registry and user perspectives, she has driven more inclusive, effective solutions that better serve partners, court users, and communities. Thank you so much for your work and dedication, and congratulations, Jeanette, on this well-deserved honor. Oh, Attorney, I think you're on mute.
I did not do that. I'm sorry, I don't know that. So congratulations to our last recipient. On our next recipient in the collaboration category is the CAS Senior Paralegals from BC Prosecution Branch. The senior paralegal team at Criminals Appeals and Special Prosecutions, or CASP, supports a diverse and complex portfolio that includes criminal appeals, commercial, police, and regulatory prosecutions, and organized and major crime. They're involved in everything from problem solving an urgent disclosure issue one day to working on setting up a new process with an external agency the next. Through consultation and collaboration, they contribute to training initiatives, deliver presentations, develop practical resources, and implement process improvements. Their adaptability and problem-solving skills ensure that even the most complex challenges are met with confidence and expertise. Together, the CAS Senior Paralegals exemplify collegiality, collaboration, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. Thank you for your great work to the CAS team.
Congratulations very much to a wonderful team. Our final recipient in this category is also from the BC Prosecution Service, and that group is the prosecution team in the RV Bagabuyo, and I hope I pronounced that close to right, prosecution. The nominated prosecutors and paralegal, and their names are all up on the screen, worked on the prosecution of Kamloops lawyer Rogelio Butch Bagabuyo for first-degree murder. This was a prosecution founded on extensive witness, documentary, and digital evidence, and involved complex legal issues as well as the unique challenge of privilege being associated with the accused being a lawyer. The unique facts of the case, evidence, and law in this case were once in a career variety, and the branch collaboration that brought the prosecution to a successful conclusion certainly warrants celebration. Incredible work done by this dedicated team, and congratulations and thank you all so much.
Congrats, team. So the innovation category recognizes teams with within the sector who completed a project or implemented a business solution that shows continuous improvement or innovative approaches that produce substantial benefit to the sector or the public. The Public Harms Litigation Team from Legal Services Branch is this year's recipient in the innovation category. This team has transformed how complex national scale harms are addressed in BC by creating a groundbreaking legal and legislative approach to opioid litigation. They developed and advanced the Opioid Damages and Healthcare Cost Recovery Act, enabling BC to bring a single multi-crown class proceeding on behalf of all Canadian governments. The work has enabled a unified national response to one of the most significant public health crises in Canadian history and reduced duplication by improving efficiency for governments. Through their leadership, British Columbia has established a transformative model for addressing public harms. This is a model that will influence litigation and legislative development across Canada for years to come. Fantastic work, everyone. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.
Congratulations very much to the Public Harms Litigation Team, the Legal Services Branch, and Evan Kelly, who is with our Justice Services Branch and is an honorary member of LSB for this purpose. And now we're going to move on to the Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, Accessibility, and Anti-Racism category. If you were here for the PSSG part of the ceremony, you'll know that this year the Diversity and Inclusion category has been expanded. This updated category better reflects the scope of the work that is happening throughout our sector and highlights accessibility and anti-racism efforts. It recognizes individuals and teams who advance equity, diversity, inclusion, accessibility, and anti-racism in their workplace or through public policy, programs, and services. I'm very proud to share that the recipient in this category this year is the Longhouse Project team from our Court Services Branch. Court Services Branch staff in Sechelt partnered with the Sechelt Nation and the Provincial Court to hold the first ever court case in a longhouse in British Columbia, promoting reconciliation through a culturally meaningful process. Despite logistical challenges like limited power and connectivity, the team adapted the sacred space while upholding cultural safety, traditions, and legal requirements. The hearing addressed the sentencing of a company for desecrating a Sechelt Nation burial ground and disturbing archaeological artifacts. The sentencing blended Sechelt legal traditions with provincial court processes in groundbreaking ways. The nation described the impact on the community as fundamental to its responsibilities, and the court described the successful hearing as unprecedented. This is groundbreaking work. Thank you and congratulations to everyone involved in this meaningful endeavor.
Really groundbreaking. Congrats to the Longhouse team. That's really exceptional. The next category, leadership, recognizes individual leaders at all levels of the organization who provide outstanding leadership by building trust and confidence with their colleagues. I'm pleased to announce our first recipient in this category, Erin Turner from Court Services Branch. Erin is an exceptional leader with over 20 years in Court Service Branch. In the Court Services Branch, it spans frontline enforcement to high impact policy leadership. Notably, she played a critical role in the province-wide implementation of the naloxone in courthouses and sheriff vehicles, contributing directly to life-saving efforts during overdose emergencies. Through her collaborative, people-centered approach and strategic expertise, she strengthened her team, advanced complex initiatives, and delivered meaningful improvements in justice service in BC. Thank you for your dedication and great work, and congratulations, Erin.
I echo that. Congratulations and thank you, Erin. Our next leadership recipient is Michelle Ray, Administrative Crown Counsel with the BC Prosecution Service. During her decades of service, Michelle has been defined by her integrity, collaboration, and commitment to reconciliation. As Trial Crown, she has had conduct of complex and high-profile prosecutions in both provincial and Supreme Courts. From 2008 to 2012, she was responsible for Surrey's Prolific Offender Management Program, working closely with partners to ensure prolific offenders, once released from custody, were monitored and supported in the community to reduce rates of recidivism. Michelle has developed the trust and confidence of her colleagues and justice system participants and exemplifies the value of the BC Public Service and the BC Prosecution Service. It's a privilege to have Michelle as part of our ministry, and congratulations on this well-deserved recognition. I note, attorney, you may have to leave in a moment. I wanted to thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure if you are able to do the next one or not, but I did want to thank you for being here.
I will finish the next one, and then I'm sorry that thanks, Barbara. I'll do the next one, and then I'm sorry that I have to run. But it's been great to honor all of you, and congratulations and thanks for all your work. So the Ministry of Attorney General is likely to be comprised of devoted staff. Often that looks like teams of individuals who excel in mentoring, training, and supporting their colleagues. I'm pleased to share that Cindy Chook, a senior insolvency lawyer at Legal Services Branch, is our recipient in the mentorship category for her work doing just that. Cindy has supported the development of countless article students, lawyers, and colleagues through formal mentorship, training, and legal education. She regularly develops materials and delivers training sessions for paralegals and support staff, and has informally mentored colleagues as representative of the LSB on Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Advisory Council. Serving as volunteer guest instructor at various BC universities, Cindy's mentorship extends beyond the ministry into the community. She recently completed a 4-year appointment as a volunteer adjudicator at the Law Society of British Columbia's Tribunal, protecting the public by deciding cases of professional misconduct by lawyers. Thank you for guiding your colleagues and sharing your wealth of knowledge, Cindy, and congratulations.
Congratulations and thank you, Cindy. We are very lucky that you joined the Legal Services Branch and our ministry. And now I will move on to our final recipients of the day. And before I do want to thank everybody for their reactions and wonderful supportive comments in the chat. It's so great to see us supporting our colleagues and recognizing their valuable contributions. So today it's Spirit, lastly it's Spirit, demonstrating exceptional teamwork and having a lasting positive impact on our workplaces. And Salam Ginet, I really hope I pronounced your last name properly there, is from the Justice Service Branch, is our first recipient in this category. As JSB's Executive Administrative Assistant, or EAA, for those of you who speak government acronym. She plays an important role in the branch and embodies the spirit of service in everything she takes on. This was evident in her work supporting retired Chief Justice Hinkson and the Commission of Inquiry that was organized following last year's Lapu Lapu Day tragedy. Without a roadmap, Salam ensured information reached the Commission quickly and efficiently, keeping work organized during a very difficult period of high public interest. From expertly coordinating complex work to mentoring teammates and strengthening cohesion, she consistently goes above and beyond to deliver excellence and foster a connected workplace. Thank you so much for your positivity, dedication, and hard work. This recognition is very, very well deserved. And we have one more Spirit Award, also from the Justice Services Branch. It's a pleasure to acknowledge the Tribunal and Agency Support Division, TASD, for their wonderful work. TASD sits at the intersection of networks of institutions, including 20 tribunals, 6 independent officers of the legislature, 2 delegated regulators, the public guardian and trustee, and the investigation standards office. Their duties range from continuous support for local bylaw enforcement to time-bound support for implementing new laws. But more importantly, the team is distinguished by a collective spirit of inclusiveness and continually learning. And we see the team's names up there. right now. It's too many to mention in this ceremony, but I do want to acknowledge all of them for their wonderful work and their wonderful teamwork. I these sorry. These qualities, the inclusiveness and continuous learning, make them a model for bringing people together, whether that's to work towards shared and complementary goals or even just for its own sake. Thank you so much for all your incredible work and spirit, TASD team. And as we close out today's ceremony, I want to again thank you for nominating your colleagues and celebrating each other. And I'm going to ask that we put a list of the honorable mentions here on the screen. Congratulations to all of you. You are all very well deserving of these nominations. I wish that everyone could have had the same formal recognition. And I hope that the people who nominated you consider nominating you again. Your contributions are very, very much appreciated. I know the attorney and I know that there are also many of us all throughout the province that are doing so much for our ministry and our province. And I again want to thank you very much, not just because it is part of Public Service Week, but because we could not do the work of our ministry without each and every one of you. And we are very lucky to have such a wonderful team. So congratulations to all of our nominees and recipients. To everyone who joined us today, thank you for being here and supporting your colleagues. And I want to thank the Attorney General for participating in our inaugural virtual event, to Jesse Cook for hosting, and for everyone who made this possible in the background. I know it takes a lot of technical support for these type of meetings. Thank you so much. Congratulations again, and happy Public Service Week.